I think it's understanding which social media platforms are best for your business. It is hard to be everywhere. So if you focus on doing 2 platforms really well, that's going to have a better result for you than trying to be everywhere and not responding to people. There are tools which you can use which have like an inbox functionality so that all your comments across all social media platforms go to one inbox.
So we use a scheduling tool called Later, and it also gives you analytics as well, which I think we found quite helpful. What it does, it kind of takes, I think it's your last 30 posts perhaps, and it works out, you can post at a range of times, and then it'll give you analytics like the best time of day to post depending on your market. It'll give you some more kind of information about like your best kind of engagement, your best reach, your market when your users are online. So it is a good way for us to kind of get a better understanding of when we should be posting, what should be posting, and the type of thing that people are obviously liking, because at the end of the day we want people to engage with us. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's important to understand the difference between Instagram stories, which is just short-term 24-hour content, and the Instagram feed, which stays there forever. You can have a booking button on your profile page so people can actually book with your business directly. There's loads more insights and information you can get from Instagram's analytics. You can create ads for Instagram stories. There's just so much that's coming from Instagram. Their own website blog has all the updates that come out. So it's great to just keep an eye on that to make sure that you're at the forefront of what's changing with Instagram.
I think like Briony was saying, there's so many new features and they're changing so often, it's really important to kind of keep up to date. So even things like Instagram stories, that's something we're doing more of at the moment. Creating Instagram highlights at the top of the feed, which is kind of your bits of your story that you can kind of keep and then put on the top of your feed so people can access it very quickly. Things like Giphy, like stickers, they're kind of a big thing as well now, where you can create your own brand stickers and then you can put them on the stories.
Right. That's a bit of investment though that requires, isn't it?
It is, yes, exactly. So I think it is just about keeping as up to date as possible and kind of keeping your Instagram feed live. We always tag any location we're using. I just think it is important, especially if people are in the area, and it just allows you to kind of, we did an Instagram story recently where I hashtagged Edinburgh, and there's now a kind of, there's like a story for Edinburgh, so it got picked up by the Edinburgh hashtag, and it meant they kind of reposted that story onto their page. So again, it's then more people were seeing it. If there's people in Edinburgh that are looking for the Edinburgh kind of story, our post came up. So I think it is a good way, yeah, definitely.
When you're having a commercial relationship with a blogger or an influencer, that does need to be disclosed as an ad on Instagram. So that might change a business's perspective of whether they want to work in a commercial relationship with a blogger or influencer.
And how are you disclosing that? I mean, how do you actually do that?
So the guidelines say that the content should be clearly an ad. So for Instagram, it's either going to be in the location area, you can say paid partnership with, but not everyone has access to that. So it might just be that the caption starts with ad, so capitals AD, and then hashtag ad. And it's purely because there's been quite a lot of examples of influencers not disclosing that they have any commercial relationship with a business, just posting, I went on this trip and it was amazing and I had the best time, not disclosing that they got it for free or were paid. And so that's something the CMA is very conscious of cracking down on. There is actually no number that they've specified in terms of how many followers you need to have to be considered to be an influencer. And now actually there is a bit of a movement towards what is called micro-influencers. So I think that's people who have less than 10,000 followers, because you want to work with people who have genuine followers, who have a real engaged audience. And actually for your business, that might be a smaller blogger.
Whereabouts are you going for your information on Instagram?
I'd say Later, like I said, they are the kind of scheduling platform we use, but they also produce like blog posts, and it's often like very up-to-date information with new features that Instagram's bringing out. So I think I've signed up to their newsletter, and that's like a really useful way for us to kind of find out and kind of keep on top of the trends.
We've talked about Sprout Social. You don't have to be a Sprout Social user. They do have a great blog that they put out, so keep up with their blog even if you're not using the product. Buffer also does a quite good podcast as well if you're more into listening than reading. So making sure that you're really having a good delve into your insights and your analytics, and keeping a track of like month-on-month performance or week-on-week performance, because if you're not spending time on the reporting and analytical side of things, you're really not getting the full picture of whether Instagram is working for your business. checking things like Google Analytics and seeing how much traffic is actually coming to your website from Instagram.